This is the history of the Marketplace Mall in Champaign, Illinois. Let me just see if I can find something here. Back in 2007, this is what the Marketplace Mall used to look like. Marketplace Mall opened in 1975. It had JCPenney, Bergner's, and Sears. And then in 1980, they put a famous bar store, and then behind it is the food court with the Italian setting, as well as like a sports store, and everything has been added for a couple years. You can see this. You could look at the old Sears. You probably can't see it, but this is the old Sears, including its own auto center and a bunch of like clothing stores all around it. This place stayed open until 2012. And then 2012 is when the Sears closed, and then it became two new places in 2015. They were building a Dick's Sporting Goods and a Field and Stream. They also built some other stores too, like a Parsons store. You can see right there. Let me just get up to the... And then they also built a Sephora inside, and a Complete Nutrition, and a Christopher and Banks. Actually, no, not Parsons store. Portrait Innovation store. And then they also built a J. Jill store too. And then all the way to 2019, you can see you can see it says Old Nav. They're just putting up the Y. This is when they're building up the Old Navy. So they're building an Old Navy. All these other stores became empty except for Lens Crafters, which you can see they were building right here because the Lens Crafters used to be on the front, but now it's in the back. And then they also built an Xfinity store afterwards because the JJO closed, and then it became an Xfinity store. And then all the way to 2006, or all the way to the 1940s, which obviously I can't find, but I can explain it. This used to be Famous Bar, but I think in 2006 it became Macy's, which I've seen a lot of people say that Macy's has been closing a lot of stores, but this one's over by my grandparents is still open, so yeah. It's the last elevator to operate until it stops operating soon. Oh yeah, they also built the Loft store in 2015. I can't forget about that, and a couple other stores, but now it's an Xfinity and Old Navy and stuff like that. And yeah. And all these other places over here by the mall have stayed the same, but Field and Stream actually closed in 2023 because this is where the Field and Stream used to be, but now it closed in 2023 because they were doing a remodel of the store. And this used to be called Dick's Sporting Goods, but in 2023 it changed to be House of Sport because they remodeled the store and they made it have better signs. And this Dick's House of Sport in Champaign is only one floor, because some House of Sports are usually 2 floors, but this one's only 1 floor. Only the Macy's is the only place that has the elevator because they took 2 out, but they're about to take the 3rd one out maybe soon, but we'll probably see in the near future. And over here is the food court, which that wasn't there, but you can see they actually added this on. So this is actually added on. This food court used to have hang on a second. Oh yeah, this food court here used to have a Bugga restaurant, or Bugga, I think that's how you pronounce it, Bugga. And then it became a Gibbons restaurant. I think that's what it said in the YouTube video. It became a Gibbons. And then all of a sudden, it is now permanently closed. As you can see, it's now just empty on the outside, but the food court inside is just still open. They just closed down a couple stores. And here's the Lens Crafters, which this is actually long gone. And then over here is the old Bergner's in Champaign, which had like a 1974 Montgomery elevator. Too bad it's long gone, so yeah, you can no longer ride it anymore. But as you can see in 2019, it became a Costco, and it's not connected to the mall, so you can't go to the Costco inside the mall. You have to actually go outside the mall and then look for cars and then get to these doors, and that lets you enter. So this is now a Costco now, and replaced the old Bergner's store into a Costco store, and it's only one floor, and it's not connected to the mall because they said that it's going to be right next to it, and it comes with its own tire center, and then it also comes, and then over here it comes with its own gas station, including the signs. They even changed the directories for the stores too, so that you know what stores you're gonna go to and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool though. So yeah, and then if we go to the back of the mall, if we try to go to the back of it, oops, that's the wrong picture. Let me try going this way. If we go this way, you can see right there is the JCPenney store in Champaign, which this place used to have an elevator, but not anymore. The JCPenney logo used to be white, and it stayed there. And this used to have an elevator, but then in 2002, it just immediately just changed to one floor. Because this place used to have a Montgomery GMP elevator, just like the Bergner's over here. The JCPenney also had a Montgomery elevator, but then it got renovated and got kind of updated and got new details in 1999. And then this JCPenney closed in 1999 because they're replacing it to be from 2-story to 1-story because it was just too many customers. So then it just reopened in 2002, and it became only one floor. And the JCPenney logo, you can see it's now red. It used to be white, but in 2019, it changed to red because they were doing a remodel of the store. So now it's only one floor now. So yeah, the Montgomery elevator got demolished. And then over here is the back side, which goes over here to the service compartment. Inside the Marketplace Mall, they also built an MC Sports store. And MC Sports is basically the same as Dick's Sporting Goods, but it's a little bit different. And MC Sports closed down in 2018, and then became Shoe Department and Core because they want to get shoes. And then it comes with its new garage on the side. So basically, that's the Shoe Department and Core, which you can get shoes instead of having 2 sports stores. It looks a little confusing, but having just only one of them is actually a little bit better because 2 is probably a little too confusing and you probably don't know where you want to go. But that's the history of the Marketplace. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and then you'll see some more history about stuff and like clocks, elevators, historical buildings, and more. Peace.